follow-up live to the one that didn't work. I'm waiting for people to join. I tried going live. I'm just trying to make sure my camera is straight. I tried going live yesterday, just after I'd finished reviewing the second part of the Maison Alhambra haul, and we failed. I had announced that we were having heavy rains, thunderstorm, lightning and all. And I had mentioned that maybe we're going to get cut off. So we didn't go far and we got cut off. So welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. What I'm going to do with this live, guys, is I'm not doing a part 2 of the Maison Alhambra fragrances because I've been editing that particular video. I have a part 1 and a part 2, right? Part 2 had 10 or more fragrances from Maison Alhambra. Part 1 had, okay, there were 2 people, and then they, please throw in a comment. If you can hear me, please comment, because I'd seen 2 people and then it just went off. So I will get to it as soon as I see a lot of people come in. Please join the live. Please join the live, guys. Comment. Let me know you're here. Let me know you can hear me. I've been, all this time I've been doing lives in the other lounge, not knowing I could actually do a live right here from where I film. And Mima told me, oh, you can do a live horizontally. So we're just trying it out to see how that works. But I'm waiting for you guys to join in. Please join in and comment once you're in. This is just a general chit chat, live. And yes, it's all about Black Friday, guys. We're about to get to Black Friday. Let me just see. I want to be at the center. Okay, still waiting for people to join in. If you have joined, please comment, show that you are here so that I know we're together. I can see people joining, but I cannot see any comments. Please join, please like the live, please join the live, like the live. I'm gonna wait. I actually hate it when I watch some videos where creators wait, because when you're already there, wait for people to join in. When you're already on the creators page or channel, you just want them to get on with why they're there. So guys, join in the live. Welcome to the live. Drop a comment if you are here. Let me know you can hear me. Oh, and yesterday's live cut off when I had unboxed main character. Okay, main character. What's the Black Friday code? Oh, the Black Friday code is C15, capital letter C, right? EE and then 15. But you have to purchase Proud Mary on www.macedonperfumes.com, which is our website, our company website. If you go on the company website, www.macedonperfumes.com, Proud Mary will be discounted already, okay, at 40% off. But how you get the whooping over 50% off is by also adding C15, okay, which is my code. So it will be 15% off of my code and 40% off of the website already. So you get this fragrance, guys, for 55% off, okay, which is good news. If you were wondering and you were curious what it smells like, you were one of those people that were wanted it, but you felt, oh, I'm gonna wait it out, this is your chance. After Black Friday, it goes back to full price. These bottles are running out fast, but how we are able to do this at this point in time is because we were trying to get a hang on international shipping, right? And then we partnered with MyUS for international shipping. So before then, Proud Mary Extractor Parfum, which is this fragrance, was only available in the United States, but now you can get Proud Mary any part of the world, okay, using MyUS. And with MyUS, if you go on, you can go directly to MyUS, the website itself, okay, myus.com. But if you want to purchase Proud Mary and you want everything to be in sync easily, you just go to www.macedonperfumes.com, which is our website, right? And then right at the top of the website, you're going to see some words moving at the top of the banner there, like how the news broadcast is like. You just click that to integrate your account with MyUS, and then you create an account, or you sign up with MyUS. Is completely free, and then they handle the shipping for you and forward, your fragrance to you. And the other thing, guys, about MyUS, and I'm not being paid. I've never even spoken to the company or the, anyone at MyUS. But the good thing about MyUS, the service in itself, is it's not only for this. Okay, I'm so happy that they ship perfume, right? Which is one of the things that is headachy when you are a perfume lover, and there are certain fragrances that you cannot get because you are not, you're not able to get them shipped to you, okay? So the good thing about MyUS is, say for instance, you bought this fragrance, which is Proud Mary, or you wanted to buy other things, or you wanted to buy off other sites as well, you can just integrate with MyUS and they'll ship, and there's a lot of deals that I see online. Being a shopper myself, I mean, I'm always looking for something or whatever. So there are a lot of things that I see, and I just used to wish, oh, I wish I could get this from this country. I wish I could get this shipped to me from this country. And more often than not, I would have to look elsewhere because the website is there, but I simply don't have a way to get whatever shipment forwarded to me. So MyUS is going to be beneficial not only for Macedon perfumes or for purchasing Proud Mary, but for other things as well. So if you want to shop in the US, if you want to buy Proud Mary, if you want to buy anything for Christmas, then yeah, they got you, guys. They got you. So I was saying yesterday, I finished recording a whole Maison Alhambra Part 2 unboxing. We unboxed the fragrances here with Maima, and I went through all of them. I sniff tested them. Some of them were making a comeback to my collection. I had them already in my collection in vials, but I had them already. Hygie Scent had sent me some decants. Hygie Scent is a company in the United States that will decant fragrances, the decant fragrance company. So say for instance, you want, a whiff of this, and you are not willing to pull, the price on getting the whole thing, you can get the decants of Hygie Scent, okay, of Hygie Scent. I've been working with them for a while. I've been working with them for a while. Unfortunately, Proud Mary is not going to be decanted for now because it's a limited release. We only made 2,500 bottles, so we are not looking at going that route. But I can assure you that if you've seen some of the fragrances that I was talking about at Beauty World, if you've seen some of the new releases, if you feel there's a lot going on and you are overwhelmed, you can purchase some of these fragrances in decant form and then make a decision as to whether you need them in full size or not. So this is the fragrance I want to talk about today, Main Character, okay? Main Character by Redolessence. This fragrance arrived in the mail about 5 days ago, but we bought it almost immediately. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you so much. Yes, Hygie Scent is awesome. Hygie Scent is awesome. The service is awesome. The owner is amazing, okay? And you get a good deal when you buy with Hygie Scent. I don't have a discount code with them, but their fragrances are, the decants are usually on the affordable side. So I was saying with Hygie Scent, if there's any fragrance that you saw, especially from the Middle East, although I know that they do stock some, other fragrances as well, like the Amouages, the the Seta fragrances, okay. They stock even the high-end House of Oud, no, not House of Oud, rather, but what's that one that made, is it, no, the one that made Madawi is Arabian Oud, yeah. So Hygie Scent they have, even very pricey fragrances, I mean in full size, which they can decant to you, and you can get a whiff of those fragrances. So yes, it's certainly a service that I always recommend here. I love the fact that they are very responsive. If you have issues with your packaging, they will always, do their best to fix it. So yes, Hygicent, www.hygicent.com. They will sell you decants, guys. So yes, I was saying main character by Redolessence. Redolessence is big here on YouTube. Actually, I'd say across all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I see him everywhere. I've met him in person. I met him last year in Dubai. We were in the same group. He's an amazing person, right? So he, in collaboration with Viva More Perfumes, created this fragrance called Main Character. This fragrance was not gifted to me. We bought this fragrance. When I say we, this fragrance was released in the United States. So my partner in the United States bought it immediately. The day it was released, we managed to secure this bottle, but it only got to me now. And that is nothing to do with my US. It's because at the time we didn't know of my US as a service. I used somebody else to mail this fragrance to me, and it kind of got stuck in the mail, and it took forever. Okay, so this is Main Character. If you've been seeing this around, yeah, we have this one. And because I might actually be traveling, I am going to review this one with you here and now. Okay, so Redolessence, aka Steven, okay, is as I said, he's a fragrance reviewer. He was a creative director for Navitos Navitos perfumes for a very long time. I think this is not his first creation. He probably has a couple of more creations, but this particular one is the latest release. Okay, if you're hearing planes and noise, there's roadworks, it's raining, and there's trucks, moving about and all that. Main Character smells really good, very girly. Yes, Main Character smells really good. So this is the packaging, guys. Okay, and then at the back of the packaging, because we're live and we are still waiting for more people to join, I'm going to read what the back of the packaging says. Oh, if you would like to gift this live, you can utilize the super thanks button, super stickers, or super chat. Okay, super chat, super thanks, super stickers. You can gift the live if you would love to. The lives, especially on YouTube, are supported by gifting, okay, which is the super thanks, the super chat, and the super stickers. Why? Because they're not automatically monetized, because YouTube doesn't know what you're live and talking about. So they do not monetize lives immediately. The live will be monetized sometimes after 24 hours, of which you probably get like $1 or even less, if you know what I mean. So if you would like to support the work that goes on behind the scene on this channel, which is fragrance purchases and all the nice stuff, you can support by using super thanks, super chat, and super stickers. Now at the back of Main Character, there is wording there that says, born out of a Latin influence blend of words, viva and amor, meaning life and love. Viva More Parfums, okay, fragrances aim to express happiness and the love for which we search, experience, and cherish every day in our lives. A collection of extrait de parfums, Viva More Perfumes fragrances are alluring, charismatic, and seductive, crafted by the world's renowned master perfumers, focused on attracting positive attention and communicating a unique sense of style and refinement with a gender-neutral appeal. Our unique fragrances crafted with high-quality natural ingredients will undoubtedly take you on an evocative journey, leaving behind an enveloping trail and illuminating emotions for all around to experience. Okay, so the packaging has got a mouthful written at the back, which is good, okay? And I don't know why we put this one back yesterday. I struggled to take it out, and then we put it back. Now we're back again. I just want to show you the packaging, guys. I have sprayed it here on my arm, or perhaps Mama is going to take out the packaging while I also show you the card. Now, I don't know whether it's involvement theory, guys. After this card of ours by Macedon Perfumes, we made a card, that each perfume is going to be received with a card I don't know whether it's involvement theory. I am noticing that Orientica has got a fragrance with a card. Okay. Well, with Orientica, I'll cut them some slack because they made one fragrance called Dania, was created by an influencer in Mexico, and that came with a card, but the card didn't have a message. I think it was just a picture. And then of late, when I got this particular one at Beauty World, also had a card. And then there is Alabaster, okay, by Adesua Gift. It also has a little card. Now Viva More Perfumes has got a card. So maybe fragrances have been coming with a card all this while, but I wasn't noticing. But now, because of involvement theory, okay, what's called involvement theory in psychology, I am seeing these cards everywhere. And in other words, what involvement theory is if you buy, let's say you buy the latest Mercedes. This is just an example. You then notice how many of those cars are just moving about in the street. They're everywhere. So I guess maybe that is what's happening when it comes to these cards. I'm noticing most of the fragrances have the card. So it's going to have a sleeve, just like our Proud Mary, and right there it says Viva More and Redolessence. Redolessence, as I was explaining, is on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. He posts very, very frequent, more frequent than myself, and he is the creative director behind this fragrance. He made it with a master perfumer. Oh, and while I'm at it, please vote for Redolessence. I saw a clip yesterday where he explained that he had been nominated at Scent Explore for something to do with fragrances. Okay, if you go on his page or you go on Scent Explore, but going on his page will be faster on YouTube or Instagram or on TikTok. He's got a link that he has put there where you can click and then you can nominate him. Okay, they've already put him out there as one of the contenders, so he just needs votes, okay, to get to be selected. Okay, well, he has been selected, but he just needs a couple of votes, of course, because he is amongst a panel of other people. I told him yesterday that I wish I could actually put my nomination, but it did mention that there was a part where it says, list the number of years that you've attended Scent Explore, and that's where I got stuck. I was supposed to attend Scent Explore, but it was so close with Beauty World, and I thought to pass, but maybe next year. Okay. Now, the main character fragrance has got this card that gives us the notes, making it easy for us to break it down. And it sits in this hard box, and there's more writing. Okay. Oh no, the writing is exactly what I read from the pink cover, so we're gonna leave that. And as I said, it is my scent of the day, and I've also sprayed it on my arm. Now this fragrance, guys, lists note of pear blossom at the top. These are the top notes: pear blossom, Italian bergamot, pink peony, white peach, and raspberry. The mid or heart is French orris, Egyptian jasmine, and cotton candy. The base is velvet musk, vanilla bean, and sandalwood and caramel. Okay, and this was created by master perfumer Cristiano Provenzano, okay, and under the creative direction, of course, of Stephen or Redolessence. I'm not going to read his surname. I don't want to botch it. It's one of the most complicated surnames out there. Okay, it's spelled Gavriellatos. So I'm not about to put myself in a class. Okay, so this fragrance, guys, to my nose, or is a burst of a sweetness. It's just like a sweet scent bubble as you spray it right there and then. Okay, and that sweetness is something that is very, very enjoyable, or is very prominent in a lot of girly scents, fun scents, that sort of thing, right? So you're gonna get a burst of a sweetness there in the opening, a cloud of that cotton candy. That is what this fragrance, is all about. It's also gonna have like a powdery, dusty thing, okay? But it's all candy, right? And before I go any further, because it's all candy, it's one of those fragrances that people who love gourmands are absolutely going to love this. And I think he nailed it there, okay? Because I saw he explained the history behind making this fragrance. And no, I haven't been sponsored. He doesn't even know I have this fragrance, okay? To be very honest, this we bought with our own money. My partner bought it from the US and mailed it to me. Anyway, I think what he had in mind, or his target market here, was the person that loves sweet fragrances, like sweet tooth fragrances, okay? It does have the florals, but the sweetness there is pretty domineering to an extent that for some people, you either just fixate on the sweetness, okay? And for some, you probably want to wear it and then, explore further as to what else is going to do, right? It does have the florals that join in, okay? That peony, that jasmine, I think he says Egyptian, no, Italian bergamot. Okay, it lists the note of Italian bergamot, right? But to me, I wouldn't class this fragrance as one that has an outstanding citrus of any sort. Citruses are not the first thing that you're going to smell in this, okay? It's mostly that burst of a sugar, and that sugar even interpreting like marshmallow, very powdery, musky, baby powder, that sort of thing. And this fragrance is outright pink. Can you close the curtain? I think there's like a glare of the sun. Okay, this fragrance is outright pink. Now here are some examples, or what I mean by this fragrance is outright pink. If you love exploring La Rive Creed Aventus name, oh no, I don't know the La Rive one. I don't know, but I can tell you, Club de Nuit, Club de Nuit Intense, the main one, that's a Creed Aventus clone. If you're looking for Aventus Absolute, this is an Aventus Absolute clone. If you're looking for a twist, that's going to give you Aventus Absolute and a little bit of other, fragrances like Azzaro Wanted, like a fusion of Azzaro Wanted Absolute by Aventus, and this is it. The La Rive one in particular, if you leave a comment after this live, because the comments that come during the live are not saved. If you leave a comment after the live, then I'll search it for you to see which one it is, but it's not coming to mind offset, right? So I was saying with fragrances, there are some fragrances that you would describe as pink. Pink mainly because they characteristically they're built in a way to elevate the senses. They interpret as very happy. You envision a very out there young person at heart wearing them because of the sweet accords and stuff. So this does interpret as pink to my nose, okay? It does have the florals, the peony, the jasmine, but it never gets to a point where it isolates that or leaves behind, that candied, cotton candy, sugar thing. So it's a sugar burst, okay? And as I was saying, I think because of what's been happening with a lot of gourmands on the market, perhaps that was the target when it came to this fragrance, to create something that's going to be sweet, okay? To create something that is going to be like a fairy tale, to create something that the gourmand lovers are going to love. That's what I get from this, more than anything else. I'm going to tell you the cons about this fragrance, by the way. And I hope for anyone who is looking for this, you're able to get it. I remember it sold out, I think 2-3 days after, and they said they were going to make some more. So as we speak, there could be more on the Viva More Parfums website. I'm not sure, but you could check if you're looking for this fragrance and you want to add it to your collection. Why I suspect that perhaps there are more now is I saw Nib talk about it and some other creators talk about it. So perhaps they have, restocked or replenished the stocks. Okay. So it says pear blossom and pink peony, white peach at the top. The fruits in this fragrance are there, okay? And that dustiness, I think I could attribute to the pear, because pear, more often than not, does have like a dusty, sometimes even dull, fruity feel about it. It doesn't come across as lively, the pear note. The only thing that makes it lively is, of course, if it is pushed forward by citruses, pushed forward by jammy fruits, that sort of thing. But in itself, as pear, it has this like a dusty, powdery, almost dull, sweet scent about it. So yes, I absolutely get the pear in this one. Goes on to say white peach. White peach, I don't know what they mean exactly by that, but in terms of peach in itself, it's not the first thing that I get from this fragrance, but yes, there is a fruity thing in this fragrance, right? And if you want to know exactly why I'm saying peach is not the first thing I'm getting in main character, is I'm not getting a nectarous feel in this fragrance. I wouldn't say this is nectarous, okay? Which is something that is usually pushed forward by the peach note. However, this is indeed fruity, powdery sweet, fruity, powdery sweet. That's what you're going to get mostly, from this fragrance. And then it lists the note of raspberry. Okay, now the raspberry, I think, is the pink aspect in here. The raspberry in itself is a fruit that is pushing forward that pink appeal in this fragrance. Remember I said plum I can totally smell, but pear I can totally smell in this. But pear in itself tends to be dull unless it's pushed by a sparkly fruit, which sometimes can happen if pear is paired with citruses, or in this case pear is paired with raspberry. So it is that raspberry then that makes this one have like a delightful fruity berry thing about it, okay, but not necessarily peach. No, I'm getting that pear, definitely. Okay, pear blossom, they say, which is the flower, but pear, that's what I'm getting most especially. Okay, and then it gets into those florals in the mid, okay, which is that peony and the jasmine. The jasmine in this attempts to speak, at some point. There are moments where I feel like there's like a green tang to this fragrance, and maybe we can say that is the jasmine, because there is definitely like a floral feel in the mid going to the dry down, but still it's overshadowed by that overdose of the cotton candy. So this ends up being a very sweet cotton candy scent. The peony, yes, works again, as that sweet feel of the floral in the mid there. Peony in itself sometimes can interpret like rose, okay? I think it is actually a variant of it can interpret like rose. So there's going to be like a rosy element in this. However, to cut to the chase, it is more of a sugar cotton candy scent than anything else. Remember, I did say I was going to tell you the cons with this fragrance. Okay, the biggest con with this fragrance is raspberry cotton candy and the caramel is what stands out. Yes, it's a sweet scent, absolutely sweet scent. The cons, guys, to this fragrance is, if you have had your nose on a lot of fragrances, this has got a moment, especially in the beginning there, and somewhere towards an hour, somewhere there about, where it will sort of like keep reminding you of pink sugar. You know how pink sugar just pops open there. So that is the con to me. I think that is the risk Redolessence was willing to take when it came to this fragrance, where he created this fragrance for those who'd be willing to explore than anything else. This is the sort of fragrance that if I walked in a store, just sprayed like this and got busy with whatever I'm doing, 10 minutes later, or even immediately, and then getting into, a couple of minutes later, I would say, oh, it's very much like pink sugar, and maybe make my decision based on that. But if you are one that loves the, sensory journey, exploring a fragrance, sniffing yourself from time to time to see how it evolves, you will get to a point where there are some elements in this fragrance that are way, way better than pink sugar. Pink sugar in itself by Aquilina is a fun, juvenile, happy scent. Very, very sweet. Some people completely love it. Some people cannot stand it. That's pink sugar, for you. So the element, that element in pink sugar, that happy cotton candy, caramel element in pink sugar is very much present, guys, in main character. But then it develops to these other pages, as I was saying, where you get, almost like a green tang, that starts to sneak in there, making it such that where pink sugar remains fun, juvenile, young, that sort of thing, this one seems to be opening envelopes of pages, right? Ending up being a sweet caramel, fluffy cotton candy scent in florals. Okay, now this is a DNA which, if you love sweet fragrances, you are totally going to adore, right? This is unapologetically sweet. Even as it introduces that green tang, it doesn't relent on the sweetness. At least that's what I'm getting here. This is a happy scent. This also project. I can see the extrait de parfum aspect of this fragrance. It does project. As far as I'm concerned, because I sprayed it the first time and I could really, smell it actively. It's one of those fragrances that you will certainly get compliments. So yeah, that is what I can say about this fragrance. It does have the lasting power. If you haven't checked it out, or if you would like to purchase it, you can purchase it on the Viva More Parfums website, okay? If it's there. If not, then you can keep checking, because I did say that they were going to replenish the stock. So I do hope for anybody who's looking for this, you will be able to get it. I secured this bottle about 6 weeks ago. It's just that it's gotten to me now. So yeah, that is what I can say, guys. And remember that remember to vote for Redolessence. He is going he was nominated at Scent Explore. Okay, at Scent Explore, they nominated him for I think most influential. Can't remember the actual title, so I don't want to botch anything. But if you go on his page, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, he has spoken about it. He has asked, that we vote for him. So if you can drop your vote there, it'll be very much appreciated. I just have another plug here for you. Okay, this is Orientica. This is Nado Oud. Orientica's Nado Oud is a fragrance that was released 3 months ago tops. It could even be 2.5 months ago. This to me is a Creed Aventus Absolute smeller like. It's got that burst of Creed Aventus the Absolute, okay, which is the one that comes in a darker bottle. That is what you're gonna get, okay. It pushes forward that pineapple, okay. This is a vivid pineapple scent, but that same pineapple in its sweetness and everything is then later joined by like a leather, okay. And this is so sweet. I remember when I sprayed this for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this fragrance is so sweet. It's so sweet but masculine at the same time. So this would be a fragrance that's going to appeal to the gents out there. If you're looking for something fruity, if you're looking for something that's long lasting, Nado Oud is absolutely the one to go for. I have a code for Nado Oud as well, C100 on the Orientica website. This fragrance goes for $250, but if you purchase it off the Orientica website and you use my discount code, capital letter C, double E, small letters, and then 100, you get $100 off. I am not sure. Can you talk about another pink gourmand perfume, tiramisu? Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about it. As soon as Maima comes, I'm going to ask her to take, because it's right behind me. I will talk about that one. Yes, guys, if you would like for me to talk about, there's somebody who wants to, they want me to talk about tiramisu, the new one, the snores. Okay. Yeah, so this one, guys, the Creed Aventus Absolute smeller like to my nose. It's a polarizing. Do you want juice? Yes, later, just after. It's a polarizing scent. This is long lasting. This is this is gonna last or smell. This is gonna smell active on you till the next wash. It's the sort of fragrance that even after you wash your clothes, you iron them like this, it rises again to the surface. So Nado Oud is one to check out for the gents out there. If you're looking for something that's solid, something that's fruity, okay, something that's going to have that Creed Aventus DNA, but less on the tangy side than the actual Creed Aventus, because Absolute I find is more sweeter and less tangy than the actual Creed Aventus. And I'm talking about the for men one. This is going to be perfect for you. And not to mention that the bottles are cute, guys. The Orientica bottles are absolutely cute. I mean, they are beautiful. I always dread that one day I'm going to drop these and break the cage. I have a feeling this cage wouldn't survive if you drop it. Okay. Now, there was somebody who wanted to know more about this fragrance. Okay. Let me spray it for you and then tell you my thoughts. This is tiramisu. Zemaya didn't come to play. They have one called Peach Please. If you did not follow the hype and you didn't get Peach Delulu, okay, and you didn't get the Hadlaj Peach Velvet, get their Peach Please. Peach Please is very beautiful. It's sweeter. Okay, I received my Proud Mary last week. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate, guys. I don't know what's happening. The comments are coming and going, but I guess maybe it's the ratio. Okay. Yeah, so if you haven't gotten Peach Delulu by Paris Corner, you didn't get the Halaj Peach Velvet, get the Zemaya one. That one's awesome. It's sweeter, it's bolder, it's louder. You know, it's everything beautiful. Please remember to like the live, guys. Like the live. That way it'll go out to a lot of people. Now this one, tiramisu s'mores, okay, is not one that I would say is long lasting to me. From the three that they made in this, not to say they're the same, okay, they're only the same because they're all gourmands. The tiramisu caramel, that one drew inspiration of Bianco Latte. Tiramisu cocoa drew inspiration of Mancera's Amo Latte, and now this one. Okay, this to me is not my fave, okay, in as much as I've just finished talking about how much I love their fragrances. This DNA is very confession forward. It's the sort of DNA that you will absolutely fall in love with if you want to smell like biscuits. There's no way of putting this even in a more polite way or a nicer way. This is simply food in a bottle. It smells like plain biscuits, okay, and those plain biscuits have like an almondy thing to them that rises to the surface. Okay, it does have that note of chocolate, coffee, and marshmallow, but that's not the coffee and the chocolate is not what I would say purchase this fragrance for. Okay, purchase this fragrance especially if you like marshmallow scented scents. This has got that. It doesn't even have cotton candy the way I was explaining, you know, this one to say this is a cotton candy forward fragrance. This is more of a marshmallow and biscuit scent, which interprets as pretty weird, okay, in as much as it also has that caramel. It's not sweet to me. It just gives off that plain biscuit you know, scent where you know, at a certain age, I'll talk about myself. At a certain age, there are certain biscuits, okay, that I love. And when my kids are buying me, they know, okay, we're not going to buy chocolate chip cookies for mom because she doesn't like very sweet biscuits. We're not going to buy these ones because they have this creamy whatever. And, you know, even growing up, what seasons work for Peach Please? All year round, even winter, because it is a heavy scent. It's sweet. It's sweet and it interprets that peach in a beautiful way. So it can work even in winter. It's sweet and it's long lasting, way long lasting than this one. Okay. So I was saying my kids wouldn't buy me the chocolate chip cookies because I wouldn't enjoy them that much. They're too sweet for me. And then if they were going for sweet biscuits, they wouldn't get like the obviously very sweet ones because I wouldn't love those, but they may likely buy me plain biscuits, the ones that don't have the cream, where I can't even eat those biscuits in dipped cheese, or I can eat those biscuits with like slices of cheese, that sort of thing. That is what you get mostly in this fragrance. Plain biscuits, flat marshmallow sweetness that's very subtle. Don't go with the caramel note and run with it because I noticed it lists caramel. It also lists sugar as a separate note. So there's caramel and sugar and vanilla, meaning that this is supposed to be like a slap in a face sweet type of a fragrance. This is not sweet to me. This is a very lightly scented, careful, biscuity scent. Okay, even the actual cream that they've gone on to add in this, fragrance does not even push it to yummy or desserty, if you know what I mean. It's more to do with that biscuity thing in a very, very polite, inoffensive, sweet way. It's careful. And I think that restraint that this fragrance has is its undoing in terms of it doesn't then project much. It becomes a fragrance that you, the wearer, will enjoy it than the people around you. Okay, not that the people, you don't wear fragrance for the people around you, but I'm saying this wouldn't fall under top 10 compliment getters, if you know what I mean. It's a gourmand, like an expected gourmand. And I wish they had put even that cotton candy aspect, because it being in a pink bottle, it kind of makes me feel like it should have been like this, it should have been like this, but it's not. Okay. And there's been comparisons of this one to Mellow Madness, okay, by Latafa, of those cupcakes. I tried all the cupcakes, at the Latafa stand. They were not my favorites. I wouldn't run and purchase those. Nothing really from the cupcakes line of, was the gourmand, what do they call it? Gimme Gourmand line, was that outstanding for me to say I would run and purchase. However, from the My Perfumes Arabiat gourmands, I did see try a couple of fragrances there that I thought, yeah, I could certainly purchase. I think there were more than 5. So yeah, this one, it kind of feels like that Latafa. Okay, and it's not interpreting to my nose as pink. This is not a pink fragrance. This is a biscuity fragrance, and that's as best as I can describe it. And biscuity, plain biscuits, not even smelling them like this, but actually eating them, where they don't have that much sugar. You can dip them in a salty dip. They don't have that much sugar. If a biscuit is too sweet, like some of those Christmas cookies, you cannot talk of those biscuits and dipping them in a creamy yogurt or a creamy cheese or stuff. It wouldn't work. But this type of biscuit that I'm holding here in perfume form is certainly the one I would want to dip in something, because I'm not a person who has a sweet tooth. Okay, that's how this fragrance interprets. This is not a sweet, sticky sweet. Nothing near what I was getting from this. This is sweet. This, I would say, don't buy it if you don't love sweet fragrances. If you're looking for something sweet, loud, then this is gonna, do this. Buy mostly because you enjoy, gourmands. You like comforting gourmands, because this is the type of gourmand that's going to be comforting. In a way, I think, or I feel, this could have actually been better mental shortcut packaged in like a milky looking bottle, but I guess because they already had that tiramisu caramel, it was gonna maybe confuse the consumer, because at this point this pink really is confusing to the consumer. If you blind bought this and it showed up at your doorstep, and you're hoping that you're going to be, like in sweet heaven, this is not the one. So I do hope you have gotten enough information. The viewer that wanted to know about this one. In itself, it's not bad, guys. I will totally wear this fragrance, okay? Totally wear this fragrance. And I will really totally like overspray this fragrance, okay? This I can even wear going to bed. This is an easy reach for me, because it is just inoffensive, polite, gourmand, biscuity, and that's it. Right, so now somebody asked about this one. This peach, please. As I said, if you didn't let FOMO get to you, okay? If you didn't get the Paris Corner one, the Peach de Lulu, and I love Paris Corner. Trust me, I love Paris Corner. But it's not all of their fragrances that I'm going to love. If you didn't get Peach de Lulu, right? If you didn't get Peach Velvet and you were still waiting, and this one has filtered in any one of the countries or in any one of the stores near you or online, buy this one. Trust me, buy this one and thank me later, okay? I have Peach Velvet by Hadlash. I have Peach Lulu, and I have this. So I have comparisons. I have the fragrances with me as we speak. Okay, I did even promise that I was gonna come and tell you the differences there, but this, I absolutely love this fragrance. Okay, we're gonna waste a couple of sprays here and then I'm just gonna recap, but I think we have a full review of this. If not, I'm gonna bring you a review comparing the three. Yes, it's still doing what it was doing. Okay, I won a little vial at Zimaya, the Zimaya stand at Beauty World. They had a game that you would play. You got a token. You put a token in there, and then you spin. And this is what I won. And I remember smelling, not this particular fragrance, it was just a little vial. I remember smelling this fragrance and I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Okay. This is going to give you the peach, right? But this is not like a fruit juicy type of peach. The peach in here is dusty, mainly because it is carried by that spicy cinnamon. So it's going to interpret as dusty, as powdery. This also has the musk. Okay. So though the musk is at the base of this fragrance, I kind of, detect it almost immediately. Yes, full review and comparisons of the three. Oh yeah, I will. I will definitely do that. But I will do that, Charlotte, in long form content because we might actually spend the whole day here. Definitely, I'll do a long form content comparing the three fragrances and telling you, which is which. So this is going to have that peach, okay? But the peach does not interpret as a fruit juice type of peach where you're going to drink it like this. Though it's ripened, it's evident that this peach is working with a ripened guava as well. Okay, and what guava does is guava sometimes gives us sour teas, which I think that's where the original peach Lulu kind of lost it for me, where it became more of the guava to me than the peach. This pushes the peach forward. It remains very peachy, and they have kind of like, been generous with the caramel there. So it's going to be a sweet peach, but without having you thinking of pouring yourself a peach juice, if you know what I mean. So this is not like an effervescent, like a sparkly type of a fragrance. No, this is going to be very much hi Tech Troy. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much. So this is not going to be the sort of fragrance that will make you thirsty. Okay, with me, weird as it sounds, fragrances have this way of communicating with me. There are certain fragrances that I'll tell you outright, this fragrance, is the sort that after I spray this, I may find myself wanting to make myself a cold juice or what. This does not interpret like a fruit juice. This is like that peach, and then you put, literally as I'm saying it, and then you cut into a ripened guava as well, and the peach is ripe as well, and the guava is ripe as well, and you leave those two there. Okay, and maybe there's a fan somewhere near in the house, then the two are kind of giving wafts in the air of, there's these two fruits in the house, that you can smell. And then what they have done now to ensure that you enjoy this fruitiness a lot, they have then, thrown in that caramel to make it sweet and yummy. And then that musk kind of wraps up everything to make this peach and guava have like a powdery dusty thing. Okay, if I hadn't had a glimpse of this, I would even say there might be a pear in this. There's a dustiness in this that could very well be because of the inclusion of a pear. Okay, but I absolutely love this one. This was a winner for me. Okay, this was memorable at the stand and even now. And I like fragrances like that have that thing where they don't just pop and then, fizzle. This is enjoyable. This is a gourmand, but has the lasting power. This is a sort of fragrance, guys, that you will suddenly, get compliments. Okay, you will definitely, get compliments of this. And the Peach Lulu DNA in itself is similar, or this DNA and the other peach Lulu are DNAs that draw inspiration of that peach revenge by Sarah Baker. I don't have that fragrance. I've never smelt it. Okay, but of the three clones that I got, Zemaya on this, they're stepping up. They're stepping up. I just hope that they don't, get to keep us on our toes as well by making like a lot of releases at the same time, because I think Zemaya is one of those houses that yes does make fragrances, but they're not like too much in a hurry. And apart from this one, there is a cherry one. Okay, that one is going to remind you of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry Electric, I think, or just the basic Lost Cherry. Sorry guys about the noise. There's roadworks work happening, and then there is thunder, lightning, the lot. Okay, so they have a red one in this packaging. That one draws inspiration of the Lost Cherry. If you like almondy scents, if you like boozy cherry nutty scents, you're gonna love the red one. It's Zucroof as well, so this is gonna be the Zucroof line. Remember, we just finished reviewing Peach Please. Okay, now they'll have another Zucroof like this. Maya has another Zucroof like this, but it's red. That is going to be inspired by Tom Ford Lost Cherry or Electric Cherry, or, so it's going to have that black cherry, the plum, the regular cherry. The black cherry in that fragrance is those one that's going to give it like a drunken, boozy thing, and it's also going to have a sweet tonka. And then they have a blue one. Okay, Zucroof, the blue one. That one draws inspiration of Dior Sauvage, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not, it's Chanel. Chanel, the men's one. Okay, the ones in the square. There's two men's fragrances that just won't go away because everybody loves them. One is Dior Sauvage, and the other one is Chanel. I've forgotten. Okay, so the blue one, okay, is inspired by the Chanel Dior Sauvage. Okay, Dior Sauvage, which is of course that spicy, which is of course a host of spices, some woods. It also has like a blue accord to it. It also has a grapefruit and that sort of thing. And then they have a pink one. Okay, Zucroof Pink. I think it's actually called Zucroof Pink. It's not Zucroof Pink, I don't know, but it's gonna be this bottle, but it's pink. That one I had and I decluttered. Why? Because it just felt like Yara, although it was doing better than Yara. Okay, than Yara from Latafa. I found Zucroof was way richer, more creamier, even almondy, vanillin, that sort of thing. It was sweeter. Okay, but unfortunately, it reminded me a lot about Yara, and I didn't feel the need to keep it in my collection, so I had to let it go. So yeah, guys, when it comes to Zemaya, do check them out. They do have fantastic fragrances. The fragrances are also on the affordable side. And before I wrap up, guys, if there's any questions, just let me know. I was here to remind you of Black Friday, that we are running a promo on Black Friday. We now have international shipping. So what are you waiting for, guys? Please purchase Proud Mary. This is my creation. This is a private company. This is a family business. After reviewing fragrances for 7 years, this is the result. So I would very much love for this fragrance to get to as many people as possible. And we were working flat out as Macedon Perfumes to ensure that we now have international shipping, which we now have. So you can get this fragrance across the world on Black Friday through Cyber Monday. It will be going for a whopping over 50% off. Over 50% off. So if somebody bought it and they're not coming off Instagram, they will get it. Or they're not coming off Instagram or YouTube or any of my social media platforms, they will get it at 40% off, because maybe they will not know about that code C15. That is the magic that's going to give this fragrance a whooping 55% off discount. It's an extrait de parfum. It's 120 ml. It's genderless. Okay. Oh, Charlotte, bottle 1632 years. Thank you so much. For those who may not know what she's talking about, Proud Mary comes with this pamphlet, and we have numbers. We made 2,500, so we have numbers, and each and every person who purchases will get a card with a number. If you're in South Africa and you're watching this, you can get Proud Mary Extrait de Parfum at www.dubaiperfumecafe.co.za, or just Dubai Perfume Cafe, I guess, by going to Oriental Plaza, Forsberg, right? And of course, we have a very comprehensive website, www.macedonperfumes.com. You can purchase it right here on YouTube by clicking the button below that says shop, and we have tagged the store. So the store is also going to be displayed on, you're going to have pop-ups on the screen of the store where if you want to shop for it immediately, you can. In fact, having said that, I think on Friday I'm going to do a live and tag Proud Mary so that some people may want to just purchase it directly from the YouTube store. I hadn't actually thought of that. I think that will make that'll make life a lot easier. So yeah, we're waiting for Black Friday. Tell me, what are your plans for the holiday? What are your plans for Thanksgiving? What are you looking at purchasing? Which fragrances would you love to add to your collection? I'm open to that. Oh, and while we're at it, guys, Orientica has got a new line called Nayal, I think. Nayat. Yeah. Orientica has got a new line called Nayat. They emailed me today saying that they have released the whole line and they wanted to know if I wanted to feature the whole line. So as always, I'll be here to plug you guys on the new Orienticas. 12 fragrances. Imagine a whole 12 fragrances. That's a lot. So if you love the House of Orientica in itself, just give me a week or so. I'll have a video on those. Okay, I'll have a video on those, and I may be traveling, so I might also do another live at Dubai Perfume Cafe. I'm not promising, but I will see if there's new fragrances that I find and I want to try with you. In fact, here's the thing. Do you guys want me to get that vanilla aura? If you want me to get that vanilla aura, I'm pretty sure Dubai Perfume Cafe has it. I don't know. There's a lot of controversy around around vanilla aura. If you want me to get vanilla aura, I can look for it for you. And then what I will do is I am going to purchase some fragrances at Skins. They do not stock Guerlain. No, Skins doesn't stock Guerlain.
But our store does, I think.
Arc store? No. No, it's gonna have to be from Perfume.
Actually,
My
I think
Perfume
Guerlain has its own store at
at
Santon.
at Santon. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. What do we do? Do we bring them vanilla aura?
They haven't cashed the check yet.
Which one?
They haven't. The check hasn't gone through yet for the vanilla aura.
Oh. Okay, guys. If you want me to bring Mima is just making me laugh here. If you want me to bring vanilla aura, okay, let me know. I will purchase it. I do not have I don't get PR from, actually it would be beneficial to get your thoughts. Yes, I will. Okay, fine, great. Now that Charlotte says so, I will, because I know Charlotte is, a regular here, and I will definitely look. I know Dubai Perfume Cafe is probably going to have it. I just have to brainstorm where I can actually get vanilla Perfolia.
Guerlain has its own store.
Did you see it?
I saw Dior, and I think I did see Guerlain. I think it's there.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the mall and we're gonna look for the
Vanilla Planifolia.
yes, vanilla Planifolia. Okay, and then I'm gonna get vanilla aura. What I'm gonna do now with vanilla aura is I will not review it in store because you guys might ask, where's the comparison? Okay, so I'm gonna get it
and then review Guerlain.
And then get the Guerlain one. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can buy. In fact, I think I'm due for I have it in my hello from Atlanta. I was just wondering if you can talk about some of the fragrance. Please finish it for me. On this screen it goes. Okay, I'm looking at adding the new Shalimar. Okay, and I know that I can afford. The Guerlain one, not so much. So when I get to,
I was just wondering if you could talk about some of the fragrance oils you've from the houses you've visited so far. You have a lot of
I have a
oils.
lot of oils, but one good house I can talk about, guys, is Hadlash. Hadlash has got a whole oil collection altogether. If you're looking for oils, if you're looking for the fun, fancy bottles and all sorts of oils, Hadlash has got just oils. They got you. Even in what was the popular one from Hadlash? That
Oh,
one.
I told you. You can get Guerlain Perfume SA online retailers at Setgas or Arc Store or
It
My
does.
Perfume Shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No problem. So we got you. No, Edgar's, I know for sure.
Yeah.
It's not the regular Guerlain, it's a private line. Guerlain you'll get anyway. In Axto, they will have the regular one. We want the private line. The one that has those bottles, the vanilla spirituous double vanille, those bottles. That's what we're looking for. But we'll get it, don't worry. So I will hunt it down, guys. I'm gonna go to Guerlain to buy Shalima, okay? The new Shalimar, because I've heard a lot of nice things about it. I've got the regular Shalimar. I want to add the new one to my collection. As soon as I get there, I'm going to ask them for a tester or a sample or something. If they don't have that, I will test it in store and then I am going to compare it with my aura. Okay, if it means me going out of the Guerlain store with a tester side by side, I'm going to compare it with my aura and tell you guys. Of course, I'm going to let it dry down a little bit. So we're not going to do it immediately. And no, we're not going to test it in the Guerlain store. I'm not disrespectful, but I'm just saying if they can give me a sample, that would be perfect. But because it's a private line, they probably don't have samples. So I might just sniff it in store on a blotter. And then because the aura I would have bought, it will be in my purse, I can maybe in the car tell you my thoughts, because the controversy around that fragrance, guys, I don't know. I'm just so happy that I'm not one of the people that received that fragrance. And even if I had received that fragrance, I would have said it like it is. I'd have said it like it is. So I don't know. At this point in time, I can't say people are saying the wrong thing or people are saying the right thing, but it's just a controversy around that area. And I think the brand in itself perhaps maybe pushed it so much, or put like it forward that much, as in this is this period, which sometimes that tends to backfire. You see, as I was explaining to you about main character by Steven, Redolessence, right? I told you that there is something in this fragrance that reminds me of pink sugar, okay? Now, let's say Aquilina was a dupe house or was a brand from one of the dupe houses. For them to come outright and then push the pink sugar and this at the same time and say, oh, this is like 500, don't buy it. But sometimes it really doesn't, it just is a little bit weird. So I just want, for my curiosity as well as for you guys, to sniff the two and tell you my thoughts, as to what is doing what. I wish I could afford it. If I could, I would purchase it, but I cannot afford it, guys. So I can only speak about what I'm able to do, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Dubai Perfume Cafe has it. I will go to the store and then purchase. That one I'll purchase off pocket because it's an affordable one. I think they're saying it's $40 or $50.
I actually think if you talk to Mr. Yusuf, he can actually get it for you before you get there.
Yeah, but I think he has, because he stocks Maison Alha. Please remember to press the... Oh, yes, please, guys. Like the live, share the live. We are just chit-chatting here. We're chit-chatting about Black Friday. Do not miss Black Friday, guys. It's going down. Black Friday through Cyber Monday. You can grab Proud Mary for a whole 55% off. We are going to be working on the second one, okay? The second one, there's plans in the works for the second one already. So we are just clearing this one, right? After Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it goes back to its full price. This is our flagship fragrance. So it just so happens that Black Friday is around the corner, and what a way, to get this fragrance to as many people as possible at a very affordable price. So do get Proud Mary on Black Friday through Cyber Monday for 55% off. Okay, 55% off. Remember, you're going to get it on the website www.macedonperfumes.com. I am going to tag it as the product here on YouTube. I'm going to go live just like I did here, so that for some people that may have missed this video and want to purchase it directly off YouTube, or at least get reminded to go to the store, they'll be able to. So on Friday we'll be here, guys, for another live. And yeah, so far that's it. We're gonna try our vanilla aura. Okay, mine's an independent review. I'm not saying anyone is review is not independent, please, no. I am just saying there's a lot of drama, or there was a lot of drama, especially on TikTok, about that fragrance. Some people completely loving it, and some people saying they don't love it. So because of the controversy, okay, I would just love to compare myself and, you know, tell you my thoughts. If I happen to be one of those people that will love it, that's me. If I hate it, that's me. But one thing I can assure you is I will walk in a store, purchase it. So there's really no incentive for me to say something that is not correct. So yeah, guys, is there any other question? Is there any other question, guys? Is there any other question? Anyone would like to ask a question before I leave? We've been here for an hour and 4 minutes, so it's a decent live to check out of for now, because yes, I've been here for an hour. Any questions? If you do have questions, if you're looking forward, oh, love you too, love you too. Thank you so much, P. The po. But you.
Wait, procurer.
Or P the procurer, as in P the purchaser. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Love you too. Love you too, guys. If you've got questions, please ask the questions. I'm about to close the live. If there's no questions, then that's fine. If you want happy Thanksgiving to you too, Charlotte. I hope you enjoy yourself. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for joining the live. Remember to hit the like, share the live, guys. Gift the live if you'd love to. You can gift the live via super thanks, super chat, or super stickers. Reason why we say and do that on the lives is AKA the plug. Oh yeah, nice. AKA the plug. Gotcha. The reason why, guys, we always say gift the live if you can is because lives, as I said, are monetized, but not immediately. And YouTube videos roll out 24 hours straight. After that, they die down. So what happens with the live is when you're live, YouTube will not really monetize it because they don't know what you're talking about. So monetization can come from the audience themselves. So if you'd like to gift the live, you can. If you'd like to purchase a super sticker, that would be fine too. Every gifting that comes on this channel goes towards the purchases of fragrances. Is there a fragrance that you'd like me to add before I leave? If there's a fragrance that you'd like me to add to my collection before I leave, I will hunt it down. Thank you so much, Peter. Oh, look, thank you so much. They've just gifted me $1.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you so much for gifting the live. Is there a particular fragrance, guys, that you'd love for me to bring to the channel? Because of the lives, I can purchase such fragrances and bring them here. This question I'm asking, let's say for fragrances like these, I deliberately made sure to review this one on a live because some people may not know or may not be aware that Redolessence has got a, this fragrance. Aurora CM Sense screenshots that. Okay, if I can get them, I will bring them, guys. No, or are they not the ones that we got? The ones I was saying, where did we get this from? Wasn't that the vials? Let's see.
Aurora Sense, no.
No, this is Lori's. Okay. I will look for them. If I can find them, I will certainly bring them, guys. I will. If I cannot afford to buy the lot of them when I go to Dubai Perfume Cafe, because they are a warehouse, I can give you as many reviews as possible, or I can maybe not go live, but I'll be able to review as many, perfumes as possible on the spot. So if you give me hints of what you would like me to talk about more, then I will certainly do that. I am going to Dubai Perfume Cafe, and I will take the moment to make sure that I give you, a heads up of the fragrances that are filtering in, what's coming, what's there already, my take on whatever, and so on and so on. So let me know, guys. And because we have introduced the lives as a regular ritual, some of the less known brands on my channel, like this, remember I unboxed this. I can do a live just talking about this, okay? Not that this particular will you be in New York? No, unfortunately, I'm missing that. I'm gonna come next year. I was supposed to. And if you're gonna be at Scent Explore, please vote for Redolessence. Please, Stephen Redolessence, the creator of this fragrance, he has been nominated by Scent Explore for something, and he made a video yesterday asking for people to vote for him. So if you can, put your vote there, that would be nice. So on the knife, guys, we'll be bringing fragrances that perhaps the content that I drop here doesn't really recognize them that much. The thing about YouTube is YouTube, though we started, or I started YouTube as a hobby, it ends up being a job. And you kind of understand, the ethics, okay, surrounding your job title, which is whatever you're rolling out your videos and stuff. Now, when I say I decided to do this in a live as opposed to reviewing this fragrance solo, I knew that if I bring main character solo, it might not have that traction, because the algorithm in itself, okay, I think it has keywords that it looks for. So when you come in and you're talking about something completely strange, they sometimes don't even know where to place your video, and that is where you get views that are really like nose diving. So because of the lives, we can utilize the lives, because I noticed that with the lives we get a lot of different people, newcomers here, new subscribers, people watching the channel for the first time. So with the lives, guys, if you want me to bring some of the fragrances that even no one is talking about, I can do that. Okay, I can certainly do that. And this also goes to brands. There are a lot of brands out there. I remember there's a brand that reached out to me last month or something like that. They're a completely new brand. Actually, I'm going to check if the message is still there, unless it's been deleted, because I've got my messages on automatic delete. If it's still there, I might bring fragrances like that, okay? Because I had actually told them that, yeah, I would love to, smell your fragrances, but my audience may have no idea about this, and I didn't want to get the fragrances from them only to then present them here and no one is interested. So that's how we're going to do it, guys. For any brand that you may be interested in, Middle Eastern or not, okay, we can be talking about those on the lives. I think I get it. I think, you know what, I keep learning myself every day. So we can talk about those on the lives, and then on the regular content we can talk about, the usuals, because as I said, YouTube becomes a job. Okay, YouTube becomes a job. That's contract that we sign with them. They don't tell you that, okay, this is the code of conduct, this is the sort of content that we'll be expecting from you. You have to be at work at exactly this time per day. But indirectly, if you've worked before white collar, you will know that, okay, YouTube, you have just employed me. For instance, I post at 3 p.m. Local time. If I so much as post at 3:30 or 4, those videos are sticky, to be very honest. So it's almost like you didn't show up for work today. And this is YouTube indirectly telling me you have to show up for work. This is the time where you have to sign in and come to work. You see, so there are those unspoken conditions that you end up knowing as a YouTuber. You know what works, you know what doesn't work, you know what will help with the algorithm and what will help with pushing your content out as opposed to what will not. So that's kind of what happens there. So I am finding that with lives, because they're laid back, again, because as I said, they're not really monetized per se for the record by YouTube. YouTube allows you then to just do anything you want to do on the live, okay? Meaning that even if I came and I talked about a brand that is not known at all, or I spoke about my friend's brand who's making perfumes next door, I would still have people, here listening. So that's how we're going to do it, guys. Going forward when it comes to the lives. Of course, we're going to be talking about regular content. I love the fact that I can stream sideways, because I hated, sitting on the couch, and it really was a little bit strange to me. So when Mima told me, no, you can stream sideways, I was like, you should have told me this a long time ago. That way, if you want me to talk about anything that you can see with it, which is within shot, I will definitely grab it and we talk about, those fragrances. If you want me to give you clues on what I have in original form and what I've tried as fragrances that have been said to smell like, we can discuss that here. That will be something that I don't mind doing at all, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for here. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much for leaving the comments. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you, the procure
Procurer.
the procurer. Thank you so much for gifting the live. I do not take that for granted at all, guys. It goes towards purchasing some of these fragrances that I bring here, because I am not like one of those people right there at the top of the peer list for some of these brands, but I talk about these fragrances because of my absolute love for fragrances, and I would rather do it this way than, perhaps bring perhaps bring fragrances that I have been gifted and I feel obliged to sell them to you. No, I'm not a salesperson. So I love to just talk about fragrances in general. Yes, I am open to PR. And as I said with the lives, I'm also going to be open to even some of these brands that are little known. Is fine. I will also be accepting some of these, collaborations with some of these brands. I'll just state it clearly that I bring new brands and stuff on the lives, while the regular content is going to roll on with the popular fragrances. C Chronicles is my name. I do wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and I do wish you a happy day, night, wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.